You know what? For all my manly beating of the chest that I don't need GPS, hey, freestyle. Occasionally I do. And I was just thinking something while I was listening to my GPS speak to me. That'd be Siri. She said, turn right on Ramona. There's a street over here in Hawthorne. But there was a street before that. It was a really smaller street, and Ramona was a bigger street. So I started thinking, well, what if I thought that street was Ramona and I turned there? I would have been wrong. And then I started thinking, I guess the GPS assumes you have eyesight. So that you look and you see that's not Ramona, then Ramona would be the big one in front of you. So the GPS assumes that you can see. I never thought about that before, because I always get mad at GPS when I use it. That's why I try not to use it. But now that I think about it, they're working from a place of logic and I'm working from a place of pure idiocy. Right? Yeah, I guess, yeah. So it's saying, turn right when you see the street. Like, look, use your eyes while you're driving because you should be doing that. Legally, you cannot drive if you cannot see. So, I did what she said, and this is the second time I've been out. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I never thought about that before. I would always get mad at GPS. Remind me some other time to tell you about a really crazy story when I had two GPS going at the same time and they take me to two different places. Well, the same place, but two different directions. It was very confusing. Very confusing. There was a lot of swearing involved. But you see what I'm saying about this whole GPS business, right? It was very... I'm just not smart. It's obviously that I've come to that conclusion. I'm fine with it. It's something I can live with. But I guess, yeah, GPS assumes that you know what you're doing while you're driving. So you're looking, you're listening, and you're looking. Listening and looking. So, this is the second time I've been out to this street in the past little while. Last time I came out here, it was so windy. I was trying to film, and it was brutal. Then I put a windsock on the mic, and it was still brutal. And it started to rain, and it was a terrible day, so I gave up. So if you ever want me to do an outtakes video, people have asked me to do that. I do save everything. I've put together a small one so far. I can add so much to it. It's a lot of yelling and swearing and me hitting on myself in the head and falling. But I can put it together one time, if you want. So this is my second time out here. Why am I out here? Because this is Michu Lane. This is the smallest street in Hawthorne, and it's named after a small person, a very famous small person. So this is just going to be a short little video, a quick little video. I'm not trying to be funny with that. Quick little video about Michu. Who is Michu? Michu was a Hungarian circus performer, and he was a little person. And what happened was he was performing in Hungary. Ringling Brothers heard about this little guy that could do all these tricks and acrobatic moves, juggling, all this stuff. So they went to Hungary, and they bought him out of his contract, and they brought him to America. See here, where it says Michu Lane? Right there. And it goes all the way down to there. That's it. I'll walk this street to show you how short it is. It starts right here. Cool car, get a muffler. Thank you. And then walk right down the street and show you how short it is. Small it is. How small it is. It's gonna end up here. And Michu was very famous for being Alf. Remember Alf? Go for it, Willie! Wasn't that his line? Look, I'm not an impressionist. I am not Rich Little. So, Michu was Alf whenever they needed long shots of Alf running and stuff, like full body shots. That was Michu inside the costume. they used a puppet for all the other stuff, but they couldn't use a real person inside for the entire shoot of Alf because it was too hot in that costume. So Michu would be in the long shots. Michu is also really good friends with Michael Jackson. He spent a lot of time with Michael Jackson. Neverland Ranch, he was friends with Lisa Marie. Friends with the kids, and here's where Michu Lane ends, right here. Look, that walk, that's all it took. Michu Lane. And back we go. Oh, I want to see where it says it on the side of the building here. This is like a waterworks, public works company or something. Not exactly sure what goes on here. Public works. So they're doing good work for the public. That's so nice. Here we are. Michu Lane. So my friend Scott Michaels had dearly departed. When Michu passed away, I'm going to tell you more about that while I show you the next clip. Michu died, sadly, but at a relatively older age. And he died, and nobody claimed his body or his ashes afterwards. So my friend Scott Michaels gladly accepted Michu's ashes, and they're on display at his museum and tour company here in LA. Dearly departed up on Santa Monica Boulevard. I highly suggest you go visit it. Take the tours, one of the tours, two of the tours, three of the tours. They're all amazing. Go inside, look around the museum. It's amazing. And I've got a few things of mine that are displayed there. So if you go, look for Scott underneath the little display stuff, which is pretty cool. M&M stuff. And I think on Michael Jackson thing I gave him. Yes, a few Michael Jackson things. And a few M&M stuff in Detroit, because Scott's from Detroit. But this is about Michu. So let's go inside, dearly departed. I'm going to show you Michu's ashes, some cowboy boots, a few other things that are on display there. Watch this. So here I am in Dearly Departed, which I've talked about many times on my channel. Scott Michaels is the owner. This is where Michu's remains are. I was just talking about Michu. I'm gonna let Scott tell you a little bit about how he came to acquire the remains of Michu.
Right, so Michu, the little man from, I think he's Hungarian.
Yeah.
And when Michu passed away, well, apparently Michu was supposed to be living on Michael Jackson's estate, Neverland, and Michael built him his own little home there. And when Michael died, he got kicked off. He was planning on living the rest of his life on Neverland Ranch, but
Really?
they ended up getting rid of everybody. So so Michu ended up living in Hawthorne with his friend slash manager, and at the end, sort of caretaker. And when Michu passed away, they cremated him, and they were going to have some sort of ceremony for him, bury him somewhere, and it just never really transpired. And Richard, a friend of mine who was a mutual friend with Michu, suggested to his friend slash manager slash caretaker that they put him here until, at least forever, or at least until they find another place for him. So Richard came in with his boots and his little hat and his robe from Ringling Brothers, where he worked for 29 years, and his little Walkman. There's some Hungarian folk songs in his Walkman.
Oh, there's still music inside the Walkman?
Yeah. And also the street sign, that's a commemorative street sign for when they named the street in Hawthorne, Michu Lane, which I think you went to. Yeah. And it's the smallest street in Hawthorne, which is why they chose to call it Michu Lane. So Michu now is forever here in Dearly Departed Tours. Gosh, he traveled with Michael Jackson. You can see him there with Lisa Marie Presley. And he was married at one point. There's a picture of him with his bride, but apparently that was just for publicity. They actually hated each other's guts. But that sign is, that little picture of him is to scale. He was 33 inches tall.
Yeah, I was trying to remember when I was out there how tall he was. 33 inches tall.
Yeah. So we're happy to have him. He's in good company with Pugsley and Shorty Shay and a couple of friends and a couple of dogs and my mom.
And here are his remains in a little chair. If you're looking for an amazing tour, like I've said before, there's many tours that Dearly Departed offers. Come here, talk to Scott. Tim, tell him Scott sent you. Tell Scott sent you, and you will go on one of the greatest tours of your life, whichever one you take. I've done 3 of them. They're all awesome.
Thanks for stopping by.
Still walking back to my car on Michu Lane. So yeah, this is Michu Lane, and it's known as the smallest street in Hawthorne, so they named it after Michu, who was small in stature, big in heart, and from what I've read, a great guy. He passed away just south of here in Torrance, at a hospital down there. So yeah, Dearly Departed, check it out. It's on Santa Monica Boulevard. If you come to LA, look it up, tell him Scott sent you. Tell Scott sent you. He'll know what it means. They've got a Manson tour. They've got True Scandals of Hollywood tour, True Crime tour. It's very, very cool. This video was for Michu. Short, sweet, just like the man himself, Michu. Okay? Let's take one last look over here. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little video. This video, look, they're always watching. Have a great day. Peace and love to you. The airport's that way. Fly away from me. Peace out. Michu.